What's going on, guys? Chris Williams here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you if you've subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it so much, and I'm here to serve you guys and see what I can do to kind of help you move along the way. And I know you probably clicked on this link because you saw the story time there, where I just wanted to kind of share to all you guys and be as transparent as possible on who I am, where we've came from, and because you need to know who you're following and who you're getting your content from, I just feel like it's something that I needed to shoot here just to let you guys know, first off, where I've come from, where my family has come from, and what we've done to get to where we're at today. And secondly, just to build validity for you guys so that you guys understand that you can eat this content and it comes from proven things that have worked time and time again from us. So what I want to ask you first is, if you have under 6,000 people in your affiliate pool, if you're a network marketer, if you're doing under $100,000 worth of sales, if you are struggling to build influence on Facebook to where you're getting posts over 100 likes, 200 likes, struggling to get to 5,000 followers, if you're struggling at all in that area, we can absolutely help you guys, okay? So I will share more of that as we go, but I just wanted to introduce myself, and my name's Chris Williams. I'm from a little town in Peru, Indiana. I've always wanted to make it big, get rich. That has definitely changed, and the way that I operate and my mindset has definitely changed over the years as well. But I just wanted to share my story because you know what? Stories mean something. Stories can let you know, it's like you can match up with that person if they've been in your shoes, and you can follow that person as they guide you the exact same way. So you need to find a mentor that you guys love, and if it's me, great. If it's not, I don't care. I'm not looking for that. I just want to be a small piece here on your guys' big journey to success here. I'm still on the journey, guys. I don't know it all. I don't claim to know it all. I do understand one thing, though. I do not take advice if it's about influencing or anything like that, unless I would switch places with that person. Okay, and that's one key thing that I wanted to say before we start here is that rule number one, don't take advice from people that you wouldn't switch with. Okay, so if you're talking to somebody and they give you a piece of advice and you look at your stuff and it's doubling or tripling theirs, don't worry about it, guys. Okay, a couple things that I did want to start with was you need to prepare to make the move into six figures, okay? From 6 to 7, it's a completely different deal, and that's what we're going through right now, and you guys are right here on the journey with us. So I do want to share and give some validity back, like I said, just so that you guys can make sure that you understand that you're talking with somebody who has been through it, that has seen a lot. So start from the beginning. I got out of the military in 2007, and I hated my job. I was a aircraft mechanic, and I told them before even going in that I did not want a wrench in my hand. And as soon as I got out of MEPS, it was a C5 crew chief in Dover Air Force Base, the belly button of America. Sorry if any of y'all are from Dover. You guys can comment at the bottom and rip me a new one. That's not a problem. Wanted to travel, but didn't get an opportunity to while I was in. So wasn't a big fan of the military. Got out after 4 years and went directly into sales. Okay, I sold timeshares for several years, and then I jumped into the gym industry. I was in the gym industry for almost, I want to say around 4.5, 5 years. Okay, I had been in the gym industry in the past while I was working. I did work part-time for a couple of years with the gym. But that's how long I had been in, and I had jumped up in sales, started grinding my teeth, learning how to hustle, phone calls all day long, close, learned a bunch of skills in the gym industry that transitioned into later on in my life that I'll talk to you guys about. I became one of the youngest sales operations manager for that health club that's here in Indy. And then I met a beautiful young lady that ended up is now my wife. And the gym, it was kind of a simultaneous thing that happened. It was like I met her, and then another company bought out my gym. And at that time, I'm in my mid-20s, whatever, and I have an ego the size of a blimp. I'm making 75 grand a year, which I thought was just insane money, and it really is. It's a lot of money, especially to a mid-20-year-old. And the pride and the ego and the stuff that I was taking, which I'll get into on another video, it warped my mind, and I actually ended up leaving. And my wife Danny was my girl at that time, and she said, "Listen, I can't have you like this. You're high strung. The sales has gotten to me over the years. The substance abuse, everything that I was into was it was a culmination to that time frame." So I like I always do in my life, I made a big time pivot, and I said, well, I'm just going to go be a massage therapist. And this, I believe, was back in like 2013. So I ended up getting my year's worth of massage therapy. I graduated from Mecca School of Massage with a wonderful woman named Janine. And I also became a Reiki Master, certified Reiki Master, which is life energy, life-giving energy, feeling being introspective and just understanding yourself, and then actually helping other people to realign. So it ended up helping me more than what anything else has ever helped me. So it got me on kind of a spiritual journey that's led me and open up doors to all sorts of things. Okay, so then we come back, and Danny and I now are pregnant. We're living in a 1-bedroom apartment, guys. My 2 oldest were sleeping on my massage chair out in my front room. I had a 1-bedroom apartment, and Danny and I were just really struggling really bad. And that's when a couple mentors of ours brought us a network marketing business. Now, myself, I have been trying to make it big in network marketing for a long, long time. Ever since I was about 18 or 19. Anything from liquid vitamins to hotel type gift card type deals to little vacation free, hey, get your free vacation. Just a lot of different things that I had tried, and I had always failed. And when I joined this company, we hit it hard. Okay, we went directly into our market. We destroyed our influence within a very, very short amount of time. The teachings that business had made the industry a worse place, I would say. Almost it was almost worse because everybody was just flooding from all directions because everybody wanted a piece. Went to the top of the company. They talked me into the car bonus. Oh, that was a great idea. Got the BMW, brand new. My wife ended up buying a new car at that time because we were making some decent money. And then it all crashed. Because when you're running off of hype, and it's all about the bling and how much money you can make and all of that, it's never going to last. It's the superficial, and you hear it from like Jim Rohn, all these other big time cats, Tony Robbins. It's when that mind shift changes is when your entire reality starts to change as well. Okay. And that actually came to us from a couple mentors. We hit rock bottom. We were eating out of the church pantry. We had both of our cars repossessed after the multi-level marketing bubble popped. Well, after a while, if you go with the car bonus, once you don't hit those ranks anymore, which almost everybody lost their ranks, you lost your vehicle. Well, you didn't lose your vehicle. You got to keep your vehicle and the payment. So that's how that worked. So learned a big time lesson from that whole deal there. But I wanted to share with you guys kind of what 2013 looked like for us, okay? 2013, we made just under 20 G's, just under 20 grand. And then we met our mentors. We went through Dave Ramsey's training, 9-week course. We met with these mentors, and it was the most uncomfortable thing on the face of the planet, because we were in that mindset of fake it till you make it. That's what we had always been told. That's what we had always been force-fed. It was make your 100 lists, blow through those. If they say no, they suck. Move on to the next one. It's about that money. It's about that party. Let's go do this. We're going to make that money. And when we went to church, we were broken. We were at the very bottom. And that's when we met two very beautiful people. And I will try to interview Jim Redding. And he was an ex-military guy like myself. And he said, he took me to coffee one time, and he read a Bible verse to me. And he said, what are you doing? It's time for you to get to work. This is not working. It's time for you to get to work. And we started to position ourselves after we actually uncovered the problem. Then we started to position ourselves, and I ended up getting into the corporate world. And in the corporate world, I started to do very well. All the years of the sales training, the cutting the teeth, the 100 phone calls, I just put it to work. I outgrinded everybody, becoming one of the top 10 income earners in one of the biggest advertising marketing companies in the country at that time. So that did really, really well. So that upscale from 2013 to 14 started to happen. Why? Because we sat down with mentors, with a captain, with people that loved us, truly loved us, and they said, listen, this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working. And you know what we did? We listened. We listened and we implemented. We just listened and we implemented. Fast forward to 2014, Danny started to get into, found another company. She started pouring some time into that because she was cutting hair at the time as I was working. And then now we're learning even more. We're going together to these events. We're growing as people. We're seeing the top speakers in the country come out and feed us with what we need to actually start scaling things up. So in 2014, we were just a couple G's from 100K. Okay, in 2014. So 2013. And look at this. This is a trend, and it'll keep going up. But 2013, under 20 G's. We made a decision. 2014, a year later, just under 100K. And then during the next year, our mindsets were already engaged to move. We had heard, we had seen, we have watched people do. The people that we were going to speak with were big-time influencers in Facebook and that type of thing. So we really poured into Facebook. We started learning what it took to get videos to, I believe we have a video on here that's got 10.9 thousand shares, 8.1 thousand likes. Our videos started being watched over 6 to 1,000 times, sometimes even more views on those. And the thing is, we were taught a way to bring people into us and then take care of them, and just you could constantly be an influence without even having to sell anything, and that's what was bringing people to us. So this was happening between 2014 and 2015, and this is where it gets really crazy. Okay, so in 2015. I ended up bringing in, I won't give the exact numbers because Danny and I are kind of personal people, but it was just under 170 a year. And in 1 year, we took Danny just implementing all the Lucian training, all the sales training, all the marketing training that I was learning at high level in the corporates, because we would have daily and weekly trainings and morning trainings every single morning for mindset and all that. And I was taking that home, and we were meeting together, and then we were implementing into her business, creating systems and patterns, how to present on webinars, how to do sales videos. And she took that to just under $1,000, or just under $100,000 on her end. Between 90 and 100,000 is what she grossed that first year of her scale. Okay, so I went from the sole income earner with just under 100 grand to the very next year, just under 170. Danny doing almost 100 in hers. Okay, now I want you to see how this is going. It's going. We've made the decision. We found our mentors, found our captains, started implementing, going, personal growth, books, videos, whatever we could get our hands on. In the morning, that's what we do. We audiobook. That's what we've always done. That's how we could blow through, all of your get rich, the power of now, rich dad, poor dad, that type of stuff. You just blow through it through that. But it starts to absorb, and then all of a sudden, if that's what you're taking into you, just like you're taking this in now, it starts to come out of you, okay? And then fast forward to 2016, guys, it gets really, really dumb. We're both, we ended up launching a third business. Each of us were well over into the 150 mark on each of those. And we haven't slowed down since. So, are we millionaires yet? Absolutely not. There's a secondary level that we hit. That's why I'm gaining and pulling from those people now. Okay, that's what I need. I was pulling from other six-figure earners and that type of thing. Now you go up. Now we have to scale up again because we can't just be off Facebook, guys. We hardly spent marketing on Facebook. Okay, how crazy is that? That was just the type of influence that what we learned that we put out, and that influence drew people, and we were able to make multiple six-figure incomes just off of sheer influence. Okay, so guys, I won't go into the other ones. It just keeps upscaling. You got to look at your story every once in a while to remind yourself where you come from. You got to look at your story every once in a while to understand, so that people can understand. And it's not to brag, and it's not to boast about what you've done, because there's a lot of people out there that I understand. I was making under 20 grand a year, and I was beat up. My pride was hurt. I didn't feel like I could handle my family. I've been there. I've been there crying in the closet. I've been there with a kid in the oven and 3 other little ones that I'm responsible for out there. I understand it. I get it. I know what it takes to get out of it. And if you get anything from this, I want you to understand that I know exactly what it takes to go from there to being 100% debt-free. We own our vehicles. We don't live a lavish lifestyle, guys. If you looked at our home, it's very modest. We've got 2 paid off vehicles. We have no student loans. We wiped everything out. Okay. What we do now is we try to give as much as we can. We try to find other avenues that are fun for us, but we're doing it now because it's fun. We're doing it now because it's something that we enjoy doing. And that's kind of how that looks. So what I want to do is just give you 5 easy steps to prepare you for some of the trainings that I'm going to be setting out here. I pray that, and I prayed about this last night, that none of this came across as being, like, look at us, because, guys, there's people that make that in a week. There's people that make that in a month. That's where we're gauging. That's what we're doing. And I'm telling you, the things that I'm learning that we're implementing now, that I will share with you guys will be able to work with me as we're doing this, and we can grow together, because it's once you get there, but you can't eat an entire whale in one bite, okay? You got to employ patience, and that's one thing, that's one of the main things. When you prepare to make your move into any type of business, you have to employ patience, okay? Second, you're going to need to find your boat, all right? Find your boat. What do I mean by find your boat? You got to find your vehicle, okay? You could be the best salesman in the world, but if your vehicle's shoddy, if your boat can't withstand the journey, if it doesn't work, if customers are leaving you bad reviews, if things are going wrong, you can't fix those. You have to find a rock solid boat to build your business around, okay? That has to be profitable. It has to be able to be put online and sold. You got to be able to upsell. There's got to be some upsell portions to it. There's just things that need to happen. So research the type of boat that's durable, the type of boat that can make the long journey, and always know that the boat's not going to be around forever, okay? Do not get talked in to getting the special agreements that come with that stuff, okay? Because when that company decides to sell, or that company decides to go under and kind of take their profits and roll, what are you left with? You're well left with those specials, okay? That is one thing that I absolutely tell every one of my teammates. Just take the money. Take the money, invest the money that they're going to give you into a rental property and that type of thing. And I'll bring on some real estate guys that Danny and I, we're getting into that as well. And I'll bring some experts on here to speak to you about real estate as well. So, and then the other thing that you guys need to do is set your sail. Sorry for my handwriting. It's horrible. You want to set your sail, okay? Set your sail. So you find your vehicle. Now we have to set and gauge which direction that we want to go. You cannot be a master of everything. We chose Facebook. Facebook's going through some changes, so we're starting to adapt, to come to YouTube, that type of thing. Instagram, Snapchat, those are all on the rise. Facebook's starting to kind of stagger out, but Facebook will always be a great place for you to start. It's a very easy system to learn how to get 500 to 600 views and get a bunch of likes and gain a good following, okay? And I'll do a training that'll be attached to this on how to grow your market to 5,000 followers as well. So you want to set your sail. So we're in our boat. We found a vehicle that we want to push. We believe in it. We know that it's a good product, and now we're trying to go into the direction that we need to go in, okay? And what that means is just your personal growth, making your plan. Your sale is like how many sales that you want to do every year, goal setting. I'll make some videos on setting your sale as well. But know the direction you're going to go and understand that it is inevitable. There will be storms and you're going to have to micro pivot. And some of them wipe you completely out. But as long as you can stay above water, you can absolutely salvage it, okay? Number 4. Set daily goals, which I hate this one. Can't stand that. Set daily goals. There's a reason why I can't stand set daily goals. I don't hit them. Life, we've got 4 kids, we've got things. Mine, I want to tell you, is this. Set daily mindset. Set your daily mindset. Mindsets you can control. You can't control if your kid falls off of a balcony and breaks his arm into 3 places when you have a webinar to do. You can't control if and a lot of these guys I hear out here, they say, you need to knock that out. You need to get your goals. No, screw you. That's not reality, okay? Mindset. Mindset is the key, okay? Knowing that you are going to make it prior to even engaging to do the things that you're going to do, even if you can't get them done today, still puts you in a fantastic state of mind. Because if you can just understand that it's already happened, in my mind, I'm already in the 7-figure club. It's just a matter of time. But the cool thing is I can employ patience. But I can either be miserable and stressed out and impatient and why isn't this happening faster and why isn't this happening to me quicker? Or I can just understand that life is a flow, My daily mindset means something to me because you need to stay okay in your head and enjoy the journey because it's a long journey. And what you're doing now is most likely not going to be what you're doing 5 to 10 years from now. Let's just put it out there. The world is very quickly changing, okay? So set that daily mindset way stronger than the daily goals, okay? And then lastly, number 5, I'm going to say find a captain. I don't care if it's me. I don't care if it's, I got a bunch of captains, guys. I got a bunch. Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, guys that I listen to on podcasts constantly. Gary Vee. Those dudes are freaking animals. They have done it. I don't agree with a lot of what they say. Some of them, they're too brash for me. The ego's a little bit too big on some of them, but the content that they give is absolutely phenomenal. My favorite is Jim Rohn, because he just the way that he was and the way he connected with his faith and everything is something that I love about him. But you absolutely need to find a captain and find a mentor that you can follow, and then digest their training and immediately take action. Okay, so that is what I'm going to end with today, guys, is just action, action, action. Nothing would have worked for us if we would have waited till the perfect time for something to happen. Once we found the great vehicles that we knew were going to be good and we started to move forward, we took absolute massive action. We kept really good mindsets. We had faith and walked in that faith to know that the outcome was going to fit. And then we found phenomenal mentors, guys, that have helped us in everything. And we're still finding high-level mentors. And I will be doing interviews, so make sure you give me a subscribe on the bottom. I'm going to bring on some experts in their field, people that do extremely well, top income earners in different businesses. And I just wanted to share my story, guys, of how we went from food pantry on the bottom to having multiple six-figure incomes running simultaneously. My name's Chris Williams. I love you guys. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next training. You guys take care.